Hi, I'm Nicholas Baxter. I am a junior. I have been a member of Millburn Robotics for 3 years, and I work as a builder. Millburn Robotics was formed at the turn of the 2010s, if I remember correctly. And initially we participated in a competition called Bot Ball. Now, we have a few trophies from that, but we only did it for about 2-3 years. Then we moved on to FTC, and then from there, in around 2016, we introduced VEX. So FTC began in around 2014, VEX began in 2016, and at this point there was just one FTC team and one VEX team. Now, as time went on, the VEX teams grew from 2 to 3 to 4, and then to this year, 5 VEX teams. Meanwhile, FTC took a bit more of a windier path, where during COVID they were doing this thing called VEX AI instead of FTC. Eventually they switched back over to FTC, and in their first year back they had one team, and every year since, which includes this year, they've had 2 teams. For VEX, one thing that's very different just about the org in general is there's just a whole lot of new people. We didn't see this last year, and especially with the addition of the 5th VEX team. Most of the club is now in VEX. Last year's game was chaotic. The bots were crude. They were just... This is a much more interesting game for building, which is what I do. There was no variety, there was no innovation, it was just, this is how we do it. This year, there's a lot of different ways people have gone, there's a lot of different mechanisms. The mechanisms are a lot more complicated. It's a lot more interesting from a technical perspective. We made it to eliminations at a signature event, which is kind of like it's a collection of teams at an event that has world spots for the winners. And there were teams from California, there were teams from Canada, it was a big thing. And that was the only competition we've done so far. There's a competition occurring tomorrow for one of our teams, who's going up to Connecticut, Ridgefield specifically, well, at time of filming. And so, generally I'd say we're doing okay. And we're doing better than last year, in terms of organization, in terms of build, and in terms of just team continuity, we're doing better. Last year, we got 3 teams to Worlds. So we'll see if we can do that again this year or even exceed that. Every Millburn team will make it to the States, almost assuredly. Making it to Worlds is a lot harder. With these past 3 years, I've learned a lot. The main thing I've learned is how to kind of work with others, I'd say, and the main thing in terms of technical ability is CAD. I could not do CAD when I first joined. I can do it now, and I can do it well. CAD is computer-aided design. It's a multitude of softwares. We use Fusion 360, and what essentially is, it allows us to design the bot virtually, and then we already know what we need for the robot physically. I've gained an appreciation for technical things, which I previously did not have, and it rekindled my interest in 3D printing, for which had fallen by the wayside for quite some time. Millburn Robotics has been the most fun I have ever had in my life. It has also been quite possibly the most grueling and heartbreaking experience. While I encourage those watching this to apply, it's a lot of fun, is what I will say, but it also takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of effort. I'm going to be here as of time of filming until around 7:30 p.m. and oftentimes I'm not home until around 6 o'clock or later on school nights. Now, some of you may look at this and say, oh, that's fine, but that's every week of the school year. And I'm working on this on weekends. So it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of work, but it is incredibly fulfilling work. And yeah, that's about all I have to say.